My precious. Hi, my name's Ben, this is Adventure Bikes Australia, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more adventure bike content. Now, I love my KLR, but there is a problem. How to say this? She's heavy set, she's big bone, she's never said no to a buffet. At 210 kilos wet before I started farkling it and just 40 horsepower, she's not known as a high performance machine. So we're doing three things today to help with this problem. Number one is we're going to pull out the snorkel to allow more airflow into the machine. Two, we're going to be installing a Uniflow air filter to, again, get more air in there. And three, we're going to be installing a Staintune exhaust pipe. And that's going to do two things for us. One, it's going to get rid of some weight, which will help with the power to weight ratio of the bike. And two, it's going to help the exhaust gases exit more efficiently, which combined with the air entering more efficiently should allow the engine to produce a bit more power. So we're attacking it from two fronts. We're going to be losing some weight and we're going to be getting some more power. Let's get stuck into it.
The first thing we're going to do is just remove the seat. After this, we're going to remove the plastic side panels. The last thing we're going to do is open up the airbox. Removing the snorkel on a KLR 650 can be a bit tricky, but I'll show you the shortcut. The first thing you're going to do is come in from the top and push the snorkel down into the airbox. With that door removed, you're then going to be able to just reach through and slide it right out. With the snorkel out, it's time to replace the factory air filter with the Unifilter high performance air filter. Removing the factory one is dead easy. Simply undo the wing nut on the back of the filter and it pops right off. Geez, look at how dirty this air filter is. I've done just 2,000 Ks and it had its first service at 1,000 Ks. Now the bag on the Unifilter says it's pre-oiled, but opening the bag it definitely doesn't feel pre-oiled. So make sure you have some air filter oil handy, give it a good soaking and then squeeze out the excess. Give it 15 minutes for the alcohol to evaporate and you're good to continue. Next, grab the plastic skeleton from inside the factory air filter and pop it into the Unifilter. Then grab some air filter grease and rub a nice layer on the bottom edge of the air filter where it will meet the plastic of the airbox. Then just simply pop it back in the airbox, line it up and screw the wing nut back on. And don't forget to reattach the airbox door. Now it's time to get the Staintune on. Removing the factory exhaust is dead easy. The trick is to get at it from the rear, not the front, as the heat shield is in the way. I've put a 12mm spanner on the front to hold it steady and taken an adjustable spanner to the nut on the back. With two of them down, you need to remove the collar attaching the exhaust pipe to the header. All you need there is a 6mm T-handle hex key. Undo it, slide it forwards, and then carefully wiggle the exhaust off. And try not to drop it because it weighs a ton. Looking at the exhaust side by side, the differences are obvious. The factory exhaust is shorter but much wider with steeper bends. It's a lot thicker and weighs a lot more. The Staintune is longer but thinner with a more free-flowing design. And of course, a ton of shiny stainless steel. Speaking of weight, according to my dodgy bathroom scales, the factory exhaust weighs in at 7.1 kilos while the Staintune weighs in at just 2.9 kilos. This gives us a total weight saving of 4.2 kilos, which is pretty huge. Installing the Staintune exhaust is a reversal of what we did before. Start by slipping on the supplied Staintune collar, then carefully wiggle on the exhaust. Fit the pipe over the header but leave it loose at this stage. Refit the two bolts and nuts from the rear of the exhaust and tighten them. Then go back and tighten the collar.
Standard power on a KLR 650 is 28.5 kilowatts. And Staintune claims that their pipe will give an extra 3 horsepower, which is 2.2 kilowatts. Which gives me a new power rating of 30.7. Now, straight off the factory floor, wet, the Kawasaki KLR 650 weight is 210 kilograms. And by popping on the Staintune, we've actually managed to save 4.2 kilos. Now, if we break that down, our old power to weight ratio gives me a figure of 0.1357. Now, the new power to weight gives me a 0.1492 figure, which means overall this bike should feel about 10% faster on the road. All right, so we've achieved the three things we wanted to today. We have installed a Unifilter high performance air filter. We've removed that nasty snorkel that really strangles that airbox. And we've installed that beautiful Staintune exhaust system. I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of how it sounds. Now I'm going to save the ride review for the next video, so in the comments down below, let me know where you'd like to see me do that review. I'm in Southeast Queensland, so if you know some good tracks, put them in the comments. Now, if you've enjoyed this little job I've done here today, make sure you give the video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date, particularly with that ride review video, which will be coming up soon. And that's it for today. So until next time, get out there and live an adventurous life.